Shalom Aleichem, everyone here. Hello, Daniel again. We'll continue talking about history, and it's actually about my history as well. It's about the history of Switzerland and the history of the Babylon, let's say. Yeah? You have to understand that Babylon, yeah, it's a system, it's a mindset, yeah. I went to Ghana, and then Rastafari people there in Ghana, they told me, yeah, Babylon is something that don't let you grow, isn't it? Yeah, it's something that don't want to let you grow. So if you see Babylon, ancient civilization, today Iraq, it goes on to Persia, it goes on to Greece, yeah, it goes on to be Rome. Rome turns into Vatican, you know, like then they also, out of that it's coming the whole Protestant, Anglo-Saxon Protestant thing, you know. Anyhow, out of this it's coming the colonization of the whole world, isn't it? Again, this has everything to do with what happened 800 years ago with the Reconquista, yeah, of conquering here the African civilization, which was Al-Andalus, yeah, known as the Moors, the Moorish Empire or kingdoms here in North Africa, what they tell us now Europe, but this is just the north of Africa. So again, the indigenous people here in the Iberian Peninsula, in Italy, in France, in Germany, in Switzerland, are African people. And this is for sure, because again, we must know, everyone must know, because it's very serious, you know, this kind of questions and assuntos, how I say, this kind of topics, yeah, very serious. You know, look at myself. You see, I am what they refer as a white, as a Caucasian. We had also this expression called Aryan, yeah. So Caucasian because of the Caucasus Mountain, isn't it? Caucasus Mountain is in the Caucasus, yeah. What they want to say, okay, Europe. They put a line, they say Europe here, Europe. So they want that the Caucasus Mountain belongs to them, the Europe, yeah. And then it would be the highest mountains there in the whole Europe, yeah. So about 6,000 meters there. And after that it would be there in the Alps, yeah, the Mont Blanc, which is very, very close to Geneva, yeah. And everyone must know that Geneva, why is everything in Geneva? Why even Haile Selassie? Kedamawi Haile Selassie Negusa Negas. He went directly from the battlefield to Geneva, because the League of Nations in Geneva, 1910, for example, in the Geneva Convention, yeah, they decided that the hemp must be illegal for, like they want the monopoly, yeah. So if they want to monopolize something, they meet in Geneva, you know. It's like a tradition, right, isn't it? Because Rome, you must understand, Babylon, Rome is Babylon, eh? This is for sure, yeah. Again, Romulus and Remus, yeah, where they coming from? Then they raised by a wolf, yeah. So the wolf pack there again. So there are a wolf pack, right? And yeah, they grew up drinking the wolf milk, so you can imagine what the what it made to them. Anyhow, so we talk about this, the milk, the milk. That's why now, you know, the Christmas thing and the milk and the blood and all these occult things, you know, you must understand. I also by myself, all these years, I studied by myself the occult, yeah, by myself, right? And I do remember, because I will later on, I will talk about again, I talk about economics. My grandfather Karl Nikolaus and the microchipping, and this all took place there in Zug. This is the city there in Switzerland where you have the whole mafia of the whole world. So all the companies again in the world, there is the big mafia. Yeah, Babylon now, it's corporate, and it's about war, making war. It's about producing arms and pharmaceutical drugs. Yeah, the drugs is for the slaves to work harder, right? Yes, and the word slave is coming from the Slavs. Yeah, so what? I grew up in Switzerland, my dear friends. All my friends there, when I grew up, they come from ex-Yugoslavia. Ja sam pola Švicarac, pola Portugalac. But I also have a big connection with the whole Balkan thing, you know, because the Balkan has a very interesting history. Yeah, yeah. It's in Serbia, in Kosovo, where is the Serbian Orthodox Church, you know. They have a lot of artifacts. Yeah, I do believe they have the Book of Enoch in their Bible. I do believe that they have even the Catars, you know, the last surviving Catars. You can find them in Bosnia. So in Bosnia you can find a mosque next to a church and next to a synagogue. Yeah? And people are very intelligent there. Yeah, and they're also warriors, and so this was a problem for Europe. Yeah, so they made a war there. Yeah, so all the refugees, they coming out of Yugoslavia, ex-Yugoslavia. Now it's all these countries, yes, and European Union annexing these countries like Croatia, you know, Slovenia. It's the plan. It's the new world order. We have to stop this thing, you know, in not supporting it, right? So many years I'm not supporting this at all, you know. That's why I'm be framed from whole Europe and the whole establishment. Yeah, I'm not being supported by my whole family. Yes, by my brothers, my cousin, by my mother, by now the opposite. Yeah, really, they call the police. They want to frame me. They want to do bad things to me, you know. But this is, you know, it goes back. Yeah, when the devil fires, the fire fires back on him, you know. You know that. So karma real. So to survive these times, we should make the good. Yeah. So if you did something wrong, you should to get the balance. Yeah, you should do good, right? So the people have the chance to do good and they don't do it. Okay, it's their problem, right? So I have the chance to do good, to bring you the truth, you know, about many things that I see it's very important. It's even life-saving, yeah, to understand basic things, you know, about technology, about history, yeah. Just basic things, and then from there, if you want to know more, you know, then we can go further, you know, because yeah, it depends to anyone. If you don't want to know, you cannot know. I want to know. So all these years I was alone investigating, and also with my faith, you know, and with Rastafari and all this, I was always alone, yeah, and had the whole world against me and the whole family and everything. So I'm used to this, you know. So, and I could have died many times, you know. So I always survived because I know I'm on a mission, and this mission is quite serious, you know. And I know that people without any faith and any spiritual connection, for sure, they cannot understand nothing, you know. But the people who have a spiritual connection, for sure they understand what I am talking about. So, you know, where I grew up, there is also, they made it a tax paradise, you know. There in Zug, they made it a tax paradise. That's why my grandfather, he was always trying to make money, yes, and he didn't really manage to do this until, again, these American and Japanese people and Swiss and big people in the international conspiracy, yes, they came to him and they said, okay, we want you as a manager, as a boss of the company, yeah, to produce microchips. It's not that he does understand anything about this technology. He does not really understand. I talked with him many times. Yeah? He explained me about the semiconductors, you know, and about the silicium, and before it was germanium and indium and all this stuff. But it doesn't go so deep, you know. It doesn't go so deep. It stays in this very, very superficial science, materialistic science, yeah. But it doesn't explain really how the microchip works, yeah. And it does also not put an eye on the whole damage this whole technology does, because again, this whole technology is something very new, very, very new. And the damage it had made already, it's tremendous, because the whole war going on in Africa, actually right now, all the orphans, all these things, it has to do with resources. And that has everything to do, again, with the Berlin Conference, yeah, when Europe divided Africa, and then the Battle of Adwa, and again Ethiopia defending themselves and the whole humanity, right, with that. And this is the story of you know, David and Goliath, and this is the story of the good and evil, and we know that the good will win. We know that evil want to destroy the good, and we know that the good want to overcome the evil, right? And I know that in Switzerland you cannot even talk like this to no one, because if you talk about the spirit and all these things, the people are like, you know, like vampires, and you put the light, that's it. We know, yeah, that the truth is the best martial arts, eh? Like one Benjamin said, it's better than Kung Fu. Eh? You don't have to hit no one. Eh? And it's like that. All my life, I'm telling you, I am training martial arts, right? And I do understand the science of warfare, and so I consider myself a warrior. Eh? So you have to understand the history. You have to understand why they put also the Swiss guards. The Swiss guards are the bodyguards of the Pope. Why that so? Yes, yeah, we have to study the history. So I am the real defender. Yes, Swiss. I'm coming from there, and I'm defending Haile Selassie, you know, with my life, like a bodyguard, right? The body of Christ, you can say. As a bodyguard, like I say, I'm defending that because I'm living that. I am living that all these years, and I see so much hypocrisy going on all the time. And I'm fed up with all these things, you know. Long time. That's why I have seen so much hypocrisy, like Moji and these people, you know. I've seen in Switzerland, you know, people living from Rastafari, you know, everyone smoking marijuana, and everybody listening to reggae music, and everybody with the Ethiopian flag and on their clothes, you know, and all these things is so, and with dreadlocks and all these things, is a big hypocrisy going on, because if you don't believe that Haile Selassie is the Savior, it's the Christ, it's the Almighty Eye, then you should stay away from everything which is associated to Rastafari. I'm telling you, we are in serious times now. Hey, look at this. I have made my flag. What is behind here? It's a carton of rolling papers. It's just a carton, a box. What is the brand name? It's a Rasta, you see? What is the brand name sign, you know? They have my kings on their clothesline, you know? It's about they're stealing everything. And now they're making money with Rastafari, you know? And the Swiss are the worst, eh? The Swiss and the English and, you know? Yeah, the Scandinavian, the Spanish, the French and the Vatican. Yeah, there is some headquarters again in Switzerland. Zug is the headquarters of the taxes. Yeah. Then you have the pharmaceutical headquarters there in Basel, and you have this international conspiracy headquarters in Geneva. Yeah, you must know Geneva there. CERN is where they invented the internet. Yeah, and I will continue tell you about this. You know. So thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. We gonna talk about CERN and the internet and more technology, you know, and like more into science and technology to have a better understanding of how this matrix is built, you know, because you have to know your enemy, and because of war. A real war, and we have to win it. Yeah, good over evil. Thank you very much. Daniel here from One Love Caravan, and blessed. See you soon.